Well, as far as we can see going over the footage, Ben left the start line. Obviously the run before, he'd run a world record and he probably wanted to repeat that or step it up a bit. So he's on the cutting edge of those cars to run down the racetrack. And so the car left the line dead straight. That car's behaved real well. He got in, he just punched into third gear and the car lifted to take off again. Looks like some air got underneath the car and lifted the car off the ground. Obviously then the controls are of no use to you at all. It went up on its left, crossed over the racetrack, and right above Ben's head is where it impacted the wall. So it's probably the worst case scenario for him at that point. The car itself wasn't actually built to take that kind of thing. So he's here, he's got a bar here, bar there, and his head's right here, and the wall was right here. So at full speed, he's probably doing on 120, 150 mile an hour at that point, and had a direct impact with his head. So for the injuries that he's sustained, it could have been an awful lot worse. He has 3 fractured vertebrae, one seriously, and he has 6 broken ribs with multiple breaks. He has swollen lungs, and he inhaled probably, I think, the fire extinguisher or something like that. They're treating that as they go. It's sort of, I mean, obviously they're concerned about all his injuries, but they're more concerned about the spinal injury than they are about any of the other stuff, I think. The other stuff, I think they understand where that's going to go, and they can treat it all. He also has grazes, obviously, in his head and his face and his chin, that from the helmet. So he obviously took a pretty good whack when he got the wall inside the helmet. So as far as his prognosis goes, well, they're still doing a little bit to him. This is only early days. They've done some scans and that, and they've got all the information they need. They've had a few orthopaedic doctors and surgeons have a good look at it and good talk about it. And I think tomorrow, at this stage, they're going to try and stand him up and take some more images to get a really good idea of how badly that multiple damaged vertebrae is and the treatment they can take it for. There is an operation that they can do in this sort of instance, but apparently it's not a great operation to have done to yourself, and the doctors don't seem to really like doing it if they don't have to. So they're currently trying to just get a better picture of the damage that Ben sustained on the main damaged vertebrae, and see if they can come up with a different plan with some rehabilitation and a brace and stuff like that. So they'll know more in the next 24 to 48 hours. He's well aware that a lot of support. He's had a lot of visitors, a lot of good friends visit him, a lot of good messages. Sam's up there, his partner, his fiancée, she's up there with him, and they're getting a lot of information. It's coming through on social media, which Ben's right up on, but obviously he can't read or he can't move his head or his shoulders at the moment because he's been told just to stay still and don't move anything. So he's getting them all read out to him. He appreciates it, he loves it. He probably thinks it's a lot more than what he would have got, but he appreciates it. So does the whole Bray family. It's great knowing you've got that much support at the racetrack and away from the racetrack, and amongst the fans and stuff. It's just incredible to know that people really care about him, and we care about him a lot, and we're sort of hoping for the best for him, and it's good to know that there's tens of thousands of other people doing the same.